we are hot. We are up and running on a Sunrise Extra Monday morning, the day after Thanksgiving weekend. I don't know if we even believe that we're actually on right now. There's no music playing. You don't see our faces. But I promise you that we are on. Good morning to you.
Hi, guys. Hello. Yes, it is Cyber Monday, and we want to know, what are you guys hunting for? What are you shopping for? What ads are popping up in your feeds? I know I've been getting a ton on Instagram of the, shop now, click here, do all that. And I've fallen victim to like 2 of them. I've bought things. And they were not gifts.
You consider yourself a victim.
I know, that's the thing. We've moved into this new house.
Do you buy stuff for yourself? And you're like, that's actually a great deal. I would like that for myself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's all we've been doing. That's why I feel behind.
No.
With Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday, and everybody's getting their Christmas trees and shopping. I have done
Well, you just moved. You have a really good excuse.
Okay.
You're like unpacking boxes.
I am.
Those are your presents this year.
I only buy for others, never myself.
Oh.
So we want to ask the viewers, you guys chime in. We're watching you on Facebook and YouTube. What are you guys buying this year? What are you hunting for? Have your gifts kind of changed? Are you trying to buy maybe experiences versus stuff, maybe when gift certificates or when things start opening back up again? Which we have a great story on KGW.com that has the color-coded map of all the changes that start happening on Wednesday in Oregon and what you can and cannot do.
I'm telling you, it's become a running joke for 2 Christmases now, because there is a little Christmas fight that's brewing in my house. Ooh. I don't know if I've shared this with you, but now seems like a good time.
Sure.
Yes.
There are certain people who would rather not exchange gifts and maybe adopt a family. And then there are others who say, absolutely not. You cannot ruin Christmas for the immediate family, so we will not do that. So we're going back and forth. It'll be interesting to see who wins out.
Now, this may be a crazy idea. Call me crazy. Can't you do both?
Yes, but there are those who say, we have everything that we need. So stop, enough.
Right.
No more tchotchkes.
Well, then they don't get a present and everyone else does, right? I mean, you can do,
No Christmas for you.
No, presents are right, fine, you're out.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll have to do both.
I know. My husband is every year, for actually also birthdays, he's like, how about we don't need to do presents, right? Like, let's, save up for a trip or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm always like, well, I still want
a little something, something.
Yeah, and so,
Yep.
So I always get him like a few little things, and he literally sticks to the deal every time. And a lot of times we'll be like, "Oh, I thought we weren't getting it."
Right. Because it sounds like a good idea leading up to, but then sometimes you're right, the day of, it's like,
open.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mia has already said what she normally says every year around this time. Let's not get each other anything. She says those same words.
Every year.
And typically I will say, when Christmas is over, she'll say to me, which I feel very good about, she'll say, you got me too much. And I don't feel like I got her a lot at all, to be honest with you, but I think she started out thinking she was getting nothing because we talked about getting nothing for each other. And so she ended up getting some things, and she thought, well, I wasn't expecting this.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yes, my whole marriage.
She expects nothing, and she gets a little something and is happy with it.
She's actually said these words, unrelated to Christmas. She said these words to me before. You fooled me before we got married.
What does that mean?
Just in general, like the person I am, my habits.
Chill.
Well, one thing's for sure, this is getting way off topic, so we'll keep this brief. One thing's for sure, I did this 12-week fitness program right before we met. It just so happened to be. The only time I've really exercised religiously in my life was the 12 weeks just before I met my wife.
So she's like, this dude is ripped and he's committed.
Yeah, look at this guy. And she's never seen that guy since. Literally every day since then, she's seen a little bit less of that guy.
I think that's not unusual, though. You're always on your best behavior when, the relationship is new.
Courting.
Well, this was before I met her. It just so happened that I got in shape before I met her. Then I met her and I was like, done. Moving back to the couch.
I like it. People are chiming in with what they've got. Renee Robertson says, I online shopped all over the place. One daughter is a fashion girl, the other an electronics, and the husband a sports enthusiast. Doesn't that help so much when people have their niches? And, they're like, Rod Hill loves golf. If I can get him a gift certificate to, which I'm not, but to a like a golf course or something. That's a great example.
I mean, you could literally get him 3 golf balls, and you'd know you'd be getting him a
He'd be
decent
happy.
gift.
There you go.
Yeah.
I am loving Stanford Walker's comment this
What
morning.
is it?
Are you now?
Nina and Brenda, buying for yourself is great in all caps. No shame. Be proud and happy. Have a glass of wine too.
Well,
he knows
I
me
do.
so well.
Yes, right?
Thank you for that permission. I like that.
I like
Ooh,
Craig's
Jennifer.
comments.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go.
Craig says, "Where's Brittany Falkers?" I ask you, Craig,
Where
where's
is
she
she?
supposed to be?
She's sleeping.
Where is she?
She works a totally different shift.
Yep.
Jennifer Taft says, I'm doing homemade gifts this year. That's
What does
cool.
that
Like, what are
mean?
you doing?
Yeah.
What kind? Because I always need ideas. We do our big Christmas cookie extravaganza, but now who am I going to give them to this year? We're not sharing food, so.
I got to be honest with you, I'm in a
I
bit of a
can't
fog.
take another 10 pounds.
When you asked
If I
Jennifer
make all
Taft
those
that question just
cookies.
now, I actually paused thinking she was going to answer immediately, like out loud. And then I remembered that we do this virtually and we're waiting for her to text us. So yes, Jennifer, answer that question of Brenda's. What exactly are you making in terms of your homemade gifts?
I love the person who was saying, you can get clothes or electronics. Those are it's hard to buy for people who, seemingly have everything. And it is, I always try and, maybe like gift certificates or like one night at a hotel somewhere, in wine country. But that stuff is way more expensive than buying, some little gift you can give.
Speaking of traveling, Tracy Chambla says, wish we could take a trip to Leavenworth. Winter there is just beautiful. I've not been there.
So cool there.
I have always
I've only been
wanted
there
to
one
go
time
there.
and it was awesome.
And Angela Barkstraz says, we have enough stuff. Christmas is for children. So she's kind of on the bandwagon. That is, speaking of children, because my kids were 5 years apart. My son is the oldest, and then, Zach and Jaden. And he went through that phase when they get a little bit older. Those electronics are expensive, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever it was. They were ridiculously expensive for what you got. And I had to explain to him, now, we're going to be spending about the same amount of money, but because your toys are more expensive, Jaden can have a ton of stuffed animals and whatever trinkets the little girl loved. But just know
you're getting one thing.
Yeah, you're getting 1 or 2 things.
So one box
about 50.
Yeah, she's going to open about 5 gifts, then you'll open 1, then she'll open 5 more, and then you'll open your last one.
It's the bargaining and the lowering expectations, or
Do you guys do stockings?
Yes.
Do you feel? I love now that I'm a parent for the first time. We never did stockings, just us two. I did growing up. I would always get a stocking, but now having a little kid in the house, you can go to the dollar store, little candies in there, little cheap toys. That is super fun to me, of shoving all that stuff in a little stocking.
So does Santa wrap the things that are in the stocking?
In the stocking, no.
Okay.
No. I'll tell you what, it's kind of cool for me too, because I've never bought a stocking stuffer in my life. I still don't. Somehow Mia does it without me knowing what it is, so I'm kind of excited on Christmas morning too.
Just to see what
when
they
they start pulling stuff, I'm like, oh, I wonder what they got.
Does she put stuff in your stocking?
She has. I mean, we usually stick a wrapped gift in each other's stocking. Something that's obviously small enough.
Smaller, yeah.
I
go
love
in the
Joshua Madrid. He
What did he
says,
say?
please let me know when the OLCC will be doing a sale so I can expand
no
my
kidding.
home bar on the cheap.
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh my God.
This brings up a good point. Sheila Speck's comment. Sheila, thank you for watching Sunrise Extra. You are a constant contributor to the show. She says she used to buy gifts for everybody, but now they just get cash and gift cards. That way they can get whatever they want, grandkids especially. So that brings up this question. How do you guys feel about that? Giving gift cards instead of an actual wrapped present? Yes.
Yes, Nina?
I hate it. Can I answer this one? I just went through this. So last week, we have 6 nieces and nephews, and we have to ship all of their presents. They are all actually now living in Montana, and my husband's like, oh, just get $20 per kid. Just put it in a card. And I remember when I was a kid, and money is fabulous,
Yes.
but as a kid, it wasn't exciting to open. You're like, oh, well, thanks, and you set it down and you're just kind of sitting there. And so I poo-poo his idea, and I always secretly go and I'll ask, my sister-in-law, what do the boys want? What do the little girls want? And so I picked out a book for each kid and then a toy to go along with it. And I told my husband before I clicked buy on the website, and he rolls his eyes. He's like, you did a really good thing. That's actually really thoughtful. I'm like, thank you, because opening $20, while great, and they can pick out whatever they want, it's just not as exciting.
Are they younger? Because I do feel
they're
that
all
that is
under
huge.
13. 13 is the oldest.
Okay.
I feel like there's a key part of the story you're leaving out. I think all those nieces and nephews are on your husband's side of the family.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm an
doing
only
the heavy
child.
lifting.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember being a kid, and it's more fun, you know, ripping something open and seeing what it is way more fun.
And then you hit, I don't know what the age is, but those teenagers, it's like just cash. Cash is just fine, auntie.
Yeah. Because you'll pick the wrong thing inevitably.
Well,
the older they get, for sure.
Sheila says she wraps the cash and the gift cards.
Huh.
Yep.
You wrap the dollar bills?
Christina loves the idea of gift cards. My mom was kind of crafty, and she used to take like money, and she would twist them and make them into little like animals or figures or people, and then do something kind of creative that way. I'm not that crafty.
We're hearing from Amanda K. Charrington this morning. She says, my 22-year-old son and my 18-year-old son want socks for Christmas. She says, honestly, they keep telling us that's what they want.
Really?
Yeah. We have a shortage of socks in our house. Shock shortage.
Fred Meyer's got the big sock sale every year.
When I do the laundry, you pull out the pair and one of them has a hole in it. You know, I kind of look forward to, I throw that one away. And I keep the other one because I look forward to the day when another pair will come up with one holed sock, so that I can throw that one up and I can match up the other one existing.
The other two?
Yes.
Yes.
They come back together. That was my lame story to give you guys an opportunity to find other comments to share.
I know, I'm trying to. Jennifer Taft says socks
rule. Yeah.
You can never have too many.
Have you guys seen a lot of those, like, you know, ads targeting you on certain things, like on Instagram or Facebook, to get you to click on stuff?
I've been on a bit of a boycott.
Of social media? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I kind of have.
Yeah.
For how long, Brenda?
Well, really, I think it's since we moved. I've just been, every waking moment has been doing stuff around the house. So it's kind of been refreshing. So no, I have not been targeted.
I bet.
Amanda K. Charrington says, my daughter's birthday is the day after Christmas, so it's a double whammy.
Yeah, you got a birthday present and a Christmas present.
What else do you have?
Well, I have Christine talking about shopping is actually going to be saving lives this year. And in many ways, she's right? A lot of these small businesses this year are hoping that this month saves what was, and to this point has been, a terrible year for them. And hopefully that the online shopping will give them that boost here in the final month of the year that they desperately need. Do
you guys know that little store, and they have a couple locations around, but I know we've had them on the show before, Adorn. You guys remember hearing about that?
Yes.
They have one in Lake Oswego, they have one in Alameda.
Right,
She did a post yesterday, and I don't know her. I don't think I've ever met her, but I know she was on Portland Today several times. And she did a whole long post about how she's been in business now 11 years, and because of COVID, every month she's lost 30 to 40 grand. She has a net loss of $350,000 for the year. It took her 10 years to build this business. Month by month, she finally saved up enough money to buy a house. And she says right now, more than ever, the dollars you are spending, please spend them locally. She fears if Adorn doesn't make it, I haven't just lost a business, I have my everything. In the past 10 years, I would most likely lose my home. 24 people will lose their jobs.
Wow.
Our communities will lose their anchor store. So she says, you know, if you can buy a gift card, if you can support us just by sharing a Facebook or an Instagram post, or, you know, have a little private shopping party. She's like, I will do anything, you know, for you to safely shop at my locations. And it was just like, I read her post yesterday, and it's just hits right to the heart, you know, of these small businesses.
But thank you for sharing that, because it really does hit home in a different way when you hear those individual stories. And that is really a good idea to
when you think of like
close
paying your
the
mortgage,
Amazon
you know,
and
like your house.
Exactly. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
You know, it makes me think, you know, if you ever feel bad about how much you're spending, now I'm going to feel a little bit better about spending a lot, if that makes sense. It's like, you know, something like, oh man, I shouldn't be spending that much. Well, think about it as not only are you getting that person a present, but you're also helping out the people you're buying from. So that was good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Sorry to bring it down, everybody. Scott Sturr says, wow, sad stuff. But it matters, you know? And I love, like, today we had that story. Drew, what was that website that was kind of compiling? It was like Northwest Oregon Made or something like that.
I'll look it up because it's like a 4-word website that I want to get the right order.
Oh, right there, shopnorthwestmade.org. It's on the screen. Thank you, Director Brian.
Nice.
They have like coagulated all these local shops and put it by, they've categorized it awesome, like shop, you know, for gifts for him, for her, jewelry, electronics, and they're pulling products from local stores in one place so you can kind of scroll and click from, you know, a bunch of different local stores to buy from. And that's really, it's like convenience and parking and, you know, driving around, or you don't really know what to get somebody. And so if you go to a specific store, you're like, well, okay, they don't have it here.
Yep.
And that's what makes the Amazons and the Targets so attractive, is just you get it all done under one roof.
Christina Metzger says, you all be safe and thank you for your wonderful gift of reporting the news.
Say that one again, Brian. I think your mic was clipped there.
Yeah. No, I just said this was sweet. With Christina Metzger says, you all be safe and thank you for the wonderful gift of reporting the news.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Pretty cool deal about that last website we showed you. They're going to update it with different products every day through the end of December. So you could go there today, do some shopping, go back there tomorrow and have a whole different set of items to peruse and potentially buy for people on your Christmas list.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm looking at the clock thinking we should run.
Ooh,
we have a long week ahead. This is just the beginning. This is a Monday.
Look at Newport, you guys.
How about it? Good morning, Newport. And we'll see you tomorrow, Newport.